All right, well, in these videos, we've talked about biblically why we have an overseer team at our church, and then we've talked practically about those areas where they're overseen spiritually and financially. Before we end here, we want to talk about practically what does this really mean for you. If you're going to be a part of this team, what is the commitment you are making? We want to make sure that you practically understand what this role looks like going forward. So here are just a few practical things that if you're going to be on the overseer team, we need you to commit to. The first thing is this: we want you to commit to praying for your campus pastor and your campus. Like we said in the first video, if you're on this team, that means you should care very deeply about this church and about your campus. And so a part of caring about something is that you pray for it. And so you have to be willing to take time on a regular basis to pray for your campus pastor and to pray for what's going on at your campus. Secondly, we really want to encourage you to find a place to serve in leadership at the church. Now, being in this position is obviously an aspect of serving, but we really value the idea of servant leadership, that when you lead, you need to lead from a position of service and humility. And so we don't want to just have people that are kind of sitting in an ivory tower ruling over a campus. We want to have people that are down there getting dirty, serving in the life of the church. So we'd encourage you, outside of being on this team, to also serve practically in another area. Maybe that's on the shepherding team or a worship team or the clean team or an usher team, wherever. But we want you to be serving someplace practically in the life of the church. And then finally this: you need to stay connected to your campus pastor. If you're going to effectively provide spiritual and financial oversight, you have to be in the loop with what's going on at your campus, and we provided some practical ways to do that. So the first thing we want to do is we want you to have monthly updates. Now this is either can be an in-person meeting or an online meeting or even just an email with you as a team. You can talk about that at the end here. But these monthly updates will provide regular information. One, a spiritual update about what's going on at the campus. Again, think of this in terms of our pathway. Check us out, take foundations, keep building. We want you to be in the loop on how that is going as a campus. And so we'll talk about numbers, how many people are coming, how many people are in foundations, what are some of the activities that are going on to provide for the keep building, is Alpine U or classes or seminars, whatever. We want you to be in the loop on that and to be aware of what we're providing and making sure and talking about how things are going spiritually at your campus. And also we want to talk about finances. Dean, who oversees our financial team, will be providing monthly campus budget statements to the campus pastor, and he'll share that information with you every month. Again, talking about your X, your Y, and your Z. We want you to be in the loop on that and be aware of that so that you can help to oversee that. So that monthly meeting, again, this is kind of an optional meeting depending on how you want to do it, email or live or online, however you want to do it. There's also a quarterly meeting, and this is a required in-person meeting. This is something that is very important for the structure of our church, that once a quarter, so 4 times a year, we want you to get together as an overseer team and, again, talk about these same things but a little more in depth. We want to talk about a spiritual update. Again, look at our numbers, how are, not just attendance, but also groups and foundations and other activities, and really make sure that you have an accurate sense of what's going on so that you can care for that aspect of the ministry. And then also to look at a quarterly picture of how our finances are going throughout the year. And the main difference of this quarterly update is that we will take minutes from this meeting, and those will be submitted to the central office so we can keep track of that. So again, we have an accurate record of what's going on so that everyone is all on the same page with what's going on financially and spiritually as a church. And so again, I'd really encourage you to take a minute and look at this list and to really think about if you are willing to commit to this. This is a very serious level of leadership. In fact, this is the highest level of leadership in any local church. And so if you're going to be a part of this, we want you to take it very seriously. So I'd encourage you to really think about that and pray about it before you jump into it and commit to this, and then going forward to take this very seriously. So finally, go ahead and pause now and talk as a team. As a campus pastor, you can lead this discussion about when and how you're going to meet, what those monthly meetings might look like, what your preferences are, and then where those quarterly meetings will take place. And so talk about that as a team now.